Hey everyone, how's everyone doing today? Hopefully everyone's doing well. So today I think I'm just gonna do a chatting vlog, which is probably not a lot different compared to what we have been doing, but it's a lot less living in Sydney style vlog, more like Valorine just rambles type of vlog. Anyway, I've been having a very charged and also energy consuming past 10 days since the last vlog, so I'm not really sure how to process all the energy and all the emotions, mostly anxiety and a lot of trying to figure out what to do next, because everyone seems to move on, but I feel still like I'm stuck here. I am frozen in time and in place as well. So yeah, I see people like moved up and moved on. I'm not sure where I'm going. I need to go to the toilet. And I'm seeing, and it just felt like I'm still here in the same place, in the same condition, and it does feel a little bit helpless. And I don't know how to process that. And I'm gonna be 40 next year, and it all feels like coming down to me. But I feel like I'm still processing traumas, and I'm still processing how to stay alive being autistic. And also I need to figure out how to find my people, because lately I do feel like as if, what is that noise? As if that invest with heart. So noisy. I don't even remember what I wanted to say anymore. As if that I am so alone that even if I have to go to war, there is no one to bring to war with. And I feel like I need my community, my people, my tribe, and when I look around, there is no one and nothing. But it doesn't mean that I want a spouse, it doesn't mean that I want kids, it doesn't mean that. It just means that I want people, like my own people, like a community of people that takes care of me, and of course me then. But yeah, in the appropriate distance, not too close, not too crowding, not overbearing, just supportive enough but not draining. People that makes you feel like, oh, it's okay, like I have someone, so yeah, so that's where I'm at the moment. I know 3 minutes in is probably the last thing that I don't know what you think, to be honest. I don't know what people think. I don't know what people's reality is like. I just feel really hard to recover my thought process, my energy and stuff like that when it's being disrupted. I think it's also part of the reality. I'm like a KBB, by the way. Part of the reality of being autistic. It's like you have your routine, and once it's disrupted, it takes so much energy and time to feel like yourself again. And it's so, I know it sounds really dramatic, but it is what it is. How do you find your people? Like, all of you, have you find your people? I feel like being a hikikomori, which is like an otaku just sitting at home. Basically, for me personally, it's just trying to heal from all the traumas of childhood and being an adult without like my consent. It's probably what I'm going through at the moment, and I'm almost 40. That takes almost 11 years, 12 years to do that, so I'm still doing it. If you guys are at the other side of things, can you let me know, like genuinely? I feel like having autoimmune condition is like one thing that you don't expect, right? You don't expect to become sick. and you don't expect that your life circumstances will be different, or like you don't expect yourself to be sick or other people to be sick or someone to die, and that's one thing that is going to happen. And if one of the puzzle pieces, no, probably not, if one of the balls that is being thrown in the air that you're juggling and you just missed one, and then suddenly you start missing two, and then you start missing three, and before you know it, you're not coping with it at all. And I found that my ball started to drop a decade ago, and I'm not sure how to juggle anymore. I'm not able to. And at the same time, all I have now is my status quo about life. I don't know how to establish a new type of life, or whether I want to, whether I have the energy to. But yeah, I'm just trying to not fall apart too much, that it will cost me too much money in the process. So I'm sorry I'm using you guys as therapy, because I can't afford therapy. It's pretty expensive, even with rebates in Australia.
Just so you do, it's the only thing I'd ever do.
Smell weed. So yeah, I guess I want to make this channel to be a 40s middle-aged channel, because I feel like that's where I'm at, so it should be what I'm talking about, and people probably won't be relating too much if you are not in my shoes, because like people my age, if you're normal, you probably will be having kids right now. Your kids are probably almost preteen. You have your own problems. Your parents are probably starting to get sick now. It's a very typical, stereotypical middle-aged problem. So that's probably most people are at my age. So my problems, I feel, are unique to being autistic at once, single, no kids, and having autoimmune condition. Burberry. I like this color. Burberry here. Is it nice? It's not bad. It's just not bad. I don't have the vocabulary to explain. It's very woody. I'm outside right now, but I'm pretty aimless. I'm just walking around to process my anxiety, and also trying not to get in a freeze mode, because I feel like every time I have a traumatic things happen or I get triggered, I go into a freeze mode. So nowadays I'm trying to make sure if I know the event in advance what happened that would trigger me, I would plan like a walk or like something that is motion based, so that I don't get stuck in freeze mode, which is usually what would happen if I would stay in bed for like 2-3 days, which is unhelpful and not really productive. But at the same time, I just don't want to be stuck in that. I have the capacity, the time to do that, but I don't feel like I want to do that anymore. I guess it comes down to that, whether you want to do something or not. But sometimes you're incapable of not doing it. So sometimes it's out of your control. Yeah. So yeah. I am also, it's end of financial year, so look, that looks like a Kmart thing. 319. How much is it now? Oh, nice. I don't like the color. No, I like the color, I don't like the pattern. Anyway, I feel like this is no different than your usual vlog, but I guess I'm just gonna title it differently. Yeah. Also, I guess I'm just a mess. I'm a mess. That's why I'm not vlogging or anything, because this is what you're gonna get if I'm vlogging. I'm gonna just be blabbering about my personal thoughts and my thought process, what's going on inside. And this is kind of a new thing for me. I used to not be able to articulate it at all, mainly because being autistic means like my shutdown involves a lot of not talking at all. So talking is a new experience. It's only been processed and upgraded to my physical abilities the past 4 or 5 years. It's not new, it's not old, has not been able to do this for a long time. Also started living with a new person this week or last week, well, since the beginning of last week. So yeah, a lot of change, a lot of interruptions to my day. So as an autistic person, if you don't know, that is a no-no. That will cause a lot of meltdown and shutdown, which is probably what's happening right now. A lot of triggers being pulled, and I am not doing well. Well, I'm trying to get better. Oh, hello, looking handsome there. $5.9. Wait, $60. This is, I'm in Uniqlo, by the way. This is cotton, I think. Is it cotton? No, only 35% cotton. Polyester. Okay, that means like it's kind of waterproof a little bit, maybe not much. Come to Uniqlo, guys. I feel like I want to be paid by Uniqlo. Please pay me. I will promote it to death. So my new flatmate is Japanese, so we both wear Uniqlos as a uniform, basically. We are we are showing off our Asian uniform. If you don't know, the stereotype is that if you're Asian, you wear Uniqlo. I feel like all the CTPSD that I'm going through, it's real difficult because I keep talking about it, but I don't really talk about it. I only talk about it when I'm in camera, because I think someone on TikTok said it's a form of body doubling, which is how autistic and ADHD people get things done. And I'm like, oh, another thing confirming that I am autistic. And yeah, so I guess this is a form of body doubling. I guess that's why I started streaming on Twitch, because when someone's look at you, or like when someone's there in presence, that's body doubling. It's like you get things done. And I used to stream when I'm cooking or when I'm doing chores. I guess like that was body doubling, and that's what I'm doing now as well, like processing things. And I don't know, maybe people who have moved on without processing things will pay the price later, or maybe in the next life. I got no idea. But I don't know, I really had this thought today, like I really don't want to, I'm not having fun in this life, and I'm really just not having fun at all. But what can you do? I'm not gonna end my life myself. Definitely not gonna happen like that, because I don't think it's gonna end well if you do that. So I'm stuck, I guess. I'm just stuck being here until I finish, and until life present me with the different options and the different things. I'm thinking of like doing a program, like a course or something, and I don't know. I feel like I should not be going back to an old trope. I realize like, oh, I'm going back to safety. I'm going back to what I know, which is education, rather than trying something else, like choosing something else. And if you choose the same thing over and over again, it's very hard for you to get a different outcome. And I'm thinking like, oh, I shouldn't be doing that. I should be choosing something that is different, or at least something that is along the line of what I'm currently doing. Just like expand more rather than learning again. Maybe I should try teaching, which is the opposite of what I was going to do. Oh, and also it kind of like set me up for something that is different, and also is pushing a narrative that is against my self-limiting belief, which is I'm not enough, I don't know enough, and it's not okay to make a mistake. You can't do it unless you know like complete information, which is nonsense. But I recently have an experience where I'm going to Romali, by the way, where I was like trying to buy ice cream, gelato ice cream, and and one of the flavor is something nougat. You know nougat? Nougat. I don't know how to pronounce it. Which is nougat, which is like a slice of cake but with nuts in it, but it's a hard cake. It looks like a brownie, but it's not a brownie at all. So I didn't really know how to explain it. I know what it is. I have it in my head, like a vision of it, but I don't know what it is verbally. So I just tried to explain it to my friend. It looks like a brownie, so I just started. And the person behind the counter basically corrected me and say she doesn't know what she's talking about, which I find to be unnecessary, like to basically, which is correct. Like I did not know how to explain it, but didn't have to say it that way. But I did not get offended when the whole thing happened. Instead, I went to my trauma response, which is fawning, which is saying things like thanks for correcting me, that's appreciated. Yeah, he knows more, so I'm gonna let him explain what it is. Which I think he found the response to be a little bit odd, because I think he thought that I would respond in defense, which I didn't. But that kind of response from me also telling me that I'm not in that defensive mode anymore, and I'm okay with being wrong. So maybe it's time to teach something. I'm not sure what I'm going to teach, because I feel like I'm not done healing, and I don't think I will ever be done healing. I'm always in a constant state of, am I going to get triggered today or not? But I'm doing okay, I guess. I feel like my Hashimoto is manageable. Like I still got like flare-ups a lot, like my skin's still cracked, so that means my thyroid function is still being attacked. But my sleep is better, so in that sense I feel like I'm managing it okay. And I don't need to be particularly concerned that I will need to go to the doctor anytime soon for a crisis. And I'm outside walking right now because I have anticipated how I would feel going through a triggered event. So in that sense, like I have a planning in place as well. I'm taking care of myself in that way. So I don't know. I guess I'm just trauma dumping at you guys. Please only take it if you have space to do it. I'm not forcing you to listen to me. Also, I am starting to drink the dandy chai latte tea again, and it is working very well lately. I need to tone it down a lot because I think it's actually working so much that I am having a lot of side effects from it. It's I don't know where it is. It should be somewhere here. It's not. Okay, it's not there. It's not there. I feel like it's I don't know. I feel like I'm one of those people that are, like when you look at the side of the streets, the forgotten people that you would try to think, oh, I hope they would go away and don't come back. I feel like I'm one of those people in other people's lives. And Oh no, I'm starting to become emotional. I almost cried in the middle of a supermarket. Not nice. I don't know. How do people cope with life? How do people cope with life? So I first started seeing this brand the past 13 years ago, and 2011, 12. I like it. It's pretty. I like the packaging. Yeah, so I'm just going through a lot of emotions at the moment and a lot of changes, I guess, in my life. And I am doing okay, but not exceptionally well. You want to see something scary? That is a very scary price. Prices are scary. Anyway, I feel like that's enough trauma dumping for today. If you listened so far, thank you so much. I will see you in the next video, I guess. Yeah. I love you. Bye.